Good morning, my people. Welcome to another New York session over here. This is the 4th February today, and we are moving into interest rates for the pound. And man, this is going to be an amazing day over here. We can see prices sitting at a very strong support. The support was identified yesterday when I did our daily analysis, and if you look to the left hand side, the support makes sense, right? 142.900, pretty strong support over here. Looking at the 4-hour time frame at this point, we can see that this is a hard support on the 4-hour. So we may start to range in this area, or if we break below 142.900, I think we can continue down towards 142, 700, 142, 670, 680. Then we can start talking about those areas. So we got interest rates in about half an hour, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. We're creating a support over here. So this is a delicate situation at this point before the interest rates. Yeah, so you have to wait over here. Let's take a look at Forex Factory. Oh, what's going on over here? All right, so we're looking at, okay, so they're probably going to keep the rates the same, right? There's going to be no change at all, so we're going to see how that affects price action on pound yen here today. Ooh, someone's already done for the day. Very nice. Let's take a look at gold over here. Gold is potentially coming down over here. Gold is at 1811. We had an area marked at 1828 where price came into right over here. I guess it's continuing to fall below now. Yeah, these were the areas around here. 1828 was marked. Looking at the daily time frame, we're coming down. We're about to fill this wick over here too on the daily time frame. Now, what I'm thinking is, if this is a liquidity wick here to the left hand side, will this get filled today, or is this going to get filled with NFP tomorrow? Because they're expecting really good numbers for NFP. And if this move down is NFP being priced in, man, I think we will continue down to fill this wick over there. Looking at the 1-hour time frame here as well, we're bearish. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, we're creating some sort of a support here on the 30-minute time frame on gold right over here, 1810. We also broke below the support around 1816. Man, magical day here today. This day is going to be filled with volume, and I just cannot wait. That Instagram video of you throwing notes in the car, how long ago was that? Oh, that was from 2017. I think it was late 2016, early 2016. No, late 2016, early 2017. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Grew up after that, man. Is there anyone who will give me command on at least one strategy? Well, there's only one strategy you can look at. So yeah, we're basically ranging here in pound yen. We're basically ranging here now, so we have to wait for the news. I mean, the only thing I'm looking at is that if you look on the 1-hour time frame, 1-hour candles are obviously bearish over here. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute candle closed like a small volume bullish candle here. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we're still in this range, so we gotta wait at this point. I think the only thing we can see is that if price goes below, let's say 142.860, then we can potentially have a move down towards 142.670, 142.700, 15 to 18 pips away. So we're gonna have to wait for that. Someone is looking for a signal on pound yen. I think you'll have to wait for the news. We got news coming in here. Let's take a look at this chart, and then we're gonna try to break down some of their pairs over here. So no trade range, close below 142.900, looking for a sell. Buys above there, looks good. Awesome. Let's just focus over here. So sells on gold, I think it's going to be pretty good. Sells below 18, I'd say like 1810. Potential sells below 1810. When is the next live session? I think it's going to be on Wednesday. This is going to be the last live stream for this week. I'm leaving on a little vacation with family, so I think I'm going to be back on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is going to be the next one. Let's take a look at over here too. Potential sells below, what price is this? 142.870. Yeah, this is it. 142.870. We can have really good sells coming down over here. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Even though now you see, right? Look at this. We have red folder news. So someone who's new to Forex Factory, red folder news means that this is a high volume event, right? News event, really high volume news event. And if you look at pound yen right now, you can see prices ranging over here because, you know, there's going to be high volume coming in. So whenever price is ranging for a long time, for a few hours, this means there's a strong volume coming into the market. That's why we can see price ranging at this point. So I think this is going to be a pretty good move here whenever price hits. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Let's take a look at your JPY here. Let's do some high time frame to low time frame analysis on your JPY. So looking at the daily time frame, first of all, obviously we're coming down over here. I mean, it was pretty understandable from yesterday as well. Looking on the 4 hour, man, 4 hours is kind of like, you know, tippy-toeing itself down over here too, creating some sort of a support down at 126, 130. We're creating some sort of a resistance up over here, 126, 460. Looking on the 1 hour time frame now, we can see some more market structure. And I think the market structure we see on your JPY is kind of like a retest at 126, 300, right? Because look, price formed a support. If you only look at it logically, right? Logically, what we can see is that price formed a support. We broke down, made a low at 126, 100. Now it's coming back up to potentially create some sort of a resistance to continue down to retest this low, right? So if you're looking at your JPY, I think looking for a potential resistance around 126, 300 is going to be a better idea for price to continue down to fill this low over here at 126, 100. So we're going to wait and see how that plays out as well. So what we're going to do is potential retest of 126, 100 if 126, 300 is rejected as resistance. There we go, perfect. Hope this makes sense right over here, right? So this is 126, 100 down over here. And if we get rejected at 126, 300, only then we can continue moving down. Because this is going to be a price made a low, came up, created resistance. And whenever price is going to create resistance, there's going to be a high probability for price to continue down to retest this low. So it's going to be a waiting involved at this point. Hey, good morning, Raja. Wondering how long you leave a trade open for? Probably like 15 minutes, 20 minutes maximum. I would have a trade open for like 45 minutes. 40, you know, like 40 minutes, 45 minutes maximum. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GBP CAD 30-minute chart. Sells once this low gets broken to retest the low. Yes, this makes sense. This is perfect analysis. If we break this low, we're going to continue moving down. It makes perfect sense. Since every broker closes its own candles at different times, how can you have objective information about candle closes? See, here's the thing. When we talk about different brokers closing their candles at different times, we're only talking about the daily and the 4-hour candles, right? The 1-hour candles, the 30-minute candles, they're all print the same way. The only difference you're going to see in candles is going to be on the 4-hour time frames. So, you know, if you're focused on the 1 hour and 30-minute, it still shouldn't make any difference at all. The main difference you might see is on the 4-hour time frames, but still, like, you know, it's pretty doable at that time too. Let's take a look over here. Euro CAD. My last broker was closing candles a few minutes late. Oh, yeah, it might be some problem there. Buys based on the 1 hour close, 30-minute over here, 24 pip range, overall bearish. Sells if you get bearish candle closing below here. Yes, Harry, this is a perfect analysis. If you start breaking below, then that's perfectly fine. We can continue moving down. It's pretty good. So far, price is ranging over here, so we're going to wait to see what happens. Now, if we start breaking above, let's say 143, 150, right? What I want to see is that if we start breaking above this area, this is like an 18 pip range. So I think it could be a pretty good scalp trade going from 143, 160 all the way up towards 143, 350. So let's put this over here to potential buys above 143. Let's do 160. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for over here too. Potential buys above 143, 160. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen sells below this area. Very good, very good. Kind of like the same analysis we have over here. Forex looks way easier than stocks. The support resistance is so obvious. Oh yes, sometimes it's not that obvious at all sometimes, but most times it is. You can basically spot it really clean. I mean, whatever price is ranging, it's really easy to spot it. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Same analysis, same ideas. Okay, perfect. Potential buys above 143.300. Oh, this area over here. Okay. I see that you have target point at wick 142.670. What about wick at 142.810? Let's take a look to the left hand side. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, what we're anticipating is that if we start breaking below this area, there's a clean candle hit to the bottom side, right? And even though on the 1-hour time frame we have this wick over here, we're expecting price to move through this area to continue down in this area right over here. And the reason why we're expecting that is because there's going to be a lot of volume coming in, right? And whenever there's volume in the market, that's when zones get broken, that's when wicks get broken. So that's why we wait for volume. And volume is going to be brought in by none other than the interest rates of pound over here. So we're going to see what happens. Hey Raja, don't you get annoyed at the same song every day? No, not really, because I take almost the same trades every day. So I've been listening. People don't know this. I've been listening to these same songs for the past 2 years, every morning. On repeat. It's the same things over and over again. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Same idea here in pound yen. Buys above this area, sells below this area. Nice. No trade range. Good morning, Raja. I took this trade in a London session. What do you think about this? Alright, let's take a look over here. We got 20 minutes left for the news event. Gold, impulse entry, 33 pips. I think it's pretty good. I mean, if you have a winning trade, and if you send me a winning trade and ask me what I think about this, I'm just going to say, oh yeah, it looks good, because you won the trade. There was no problem in that trade. Alright, let's take a look over here. So we're looking for sell stops down here. Yeah, this looks good. I think what this is kind of like, when you use sell stops are kind of like the same thing as impulse entries, right? Because impulse entries, you're taking entries below the wicks, you're taking them below the zones, and then you're expecting volume to keep pushing price down, right? So when you have sell stops kind of like work the same way, basically. If you have sell stops below the zone, it's kind of like the same thing as impulse entries. GU is also at this support over here. Very, very strong support over here. Sell below if this candle closes down. Looks good, looks good. I think if GU falls, it's gonna fall due to the weakness in the pound and the strength in the USD. And I think the strength in USD is coming from the positive employment data. Because if you look yesterday ADP had a really, really positive employment data. After that as well, we had positive USD news. Looking at later on today at around 8:30, we have unemployment claims, and they're looking at good numbers here as well, right? Look at this. Previous numbers were 847,000. They're looking at 828,000. They're looking at the lower unemployment number, so that this means they're looking at good numbers. So I mean, if this positive sentiment stays with the US dollar, I think that makes sense for gold to continue dropping more, and then eventually you can have pound USD also drop more. Because strength in the US dollar means weakness in pound USD. So let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame here. Let's scroll to the left hand side, and we can see there is some sort of support over here, which is being respected right now. And if we keep breaking below the support, we need to identify how far can we fall. And I think our major support is down over here at 1.35300. It's right over here, 1.35300. This is the point that we're going to wait for price to come into, and then we shall see what happens. Are you using pivot points? No, I don't know what they are. I don't use pivot points. So we got around 18 minutes left. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound CAD, waiting for break and close above. Your zone work is pretty good. I really like the zone work over here. I think this area makes sense right over here as well, right here. This makes sense as a take profit target. But also, don't forget we have news coming in, so that might throw our analysis overboard. Are you looking for sells under 142,870? Yes. I'm basically looking for sells below, this area right over here. Or if I can see this 30-minute candle close bearish, then I'm going to take sells too. What I'm basically anticipating is, or what I want to see to visually see to take sells is, I want to see a candle close like this so that I can take sells on the next candle to continue moving down. That's what I want to see. And if I see that happening, man, it's going to be amazing. Amazing sells here today. Let's take a look at this chart. Gold is also trying to come down. Pretty good. We're getting almost the same charts here, same analysis. Looking at 1800s, looking at gold. Yeah, see, this needs to continue breaking down. It needs to close bearish. Looking on the 15-minute time frame, we're coming down. 5-minute time frame, we're coming down. 15-minute candle is about to close in about a minute and a half. And if this candle closes bearish, and if the next one starts breaking the low around 1810, I think we can continue moving bearish on gold. I'm not going to trade gold, but it's just like something we're speculating at this point. How do you draw those visionary candles that you show us? Oh, it's done from Zoom. It's a drawing tool we have on Zoom. Hey Raja, wouldn't you be worried about the news for GJ sell? No, not really, because I think technicals, they drive fundamentals. Whenever you have fundamentals happening, technicals are going to give you some sort of what's the word? They're going to give you some sort of a bias to where price might go. So that's what I'm waiting for over here. But obviously, like if a candle doesn't close below support, then there's no sells at that point. So we're gonna wait. Hey Raja, long time since I tuned in. Hope you're crushing it. You still hate crypto? Yes, I'm still not invested in crypto at all. What I am investing in, I'm investing in a lot of tech stocks. I'm investing in drone stocks. I'm investing in AI companies, like the new AI companies. I'm investing in new data companies because the way the world is moving right now, I think the data companies are gonna go really up. Tech stocks are gonna go up. Your drone research companies are gonna go up. So that's another way to make money, like side income, and really believing that's going to happen because like this is the fourth industrial revolution, right? And the reason why this is the fourth industrial revolution is because if you look at the first, second, and third, all those industrial revolutions, they basically made people work less. The introduction of the motor engine, the introduction of machinery, the introduction of robots. Now in this time that we're moving in, this is going to be the introduction of AI technology. Do you invest in real estate too? Yes. Which drones are you currently looking at? What I bought yesterday, I bought Canada drone delivery. This is what I bought yesterday. I bought 500 shares of this yesterday. Oh no, this is not over here. I think this is this one right over here. Canada, yeah, drone delivery Canada, FLT. This is what I bought yesterday. I'm waiting for more money to come in, and I'm going to buy 10,000 more of these. I'm going to hold this for about 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. But we got around 15 minutes left over here. Gold 15-minute candle has closed bearish. Consolidating over here, man, delicate situation at this point. There's no sells unless we break below this area. What app are you using to do this? I'm using Wealth Simple. This is in Canada. Wealth Simple app. This is what I'm using to do this. You really think people work less? What about the jobs that are here now that are not here for years ago? For example, you stream All those internet jobs. Yeah, exactly, right? Like these internet jobs are gonna go up now. You know, your internet jobs, like manual labor, is gonna be decreased. You know, so all those things are gonna get hit, like as we move along with technology. Hope you're having a great day. I see that sometimes you trade gold, although you focus on GJ. What do you look for that convinces you to take trades on gold? The way price action is printing on gold right now, if we start breaking 1810, because if you look over here, right, below 1810, there is clean move going all the way down towards 1804, below 1810, right? It's like a 50, 60 pip range down over here, below all these wicks over here. So this is going to make gold a really, really good trade over here for price to continue down. I think he is a good bluff master. No, I'm not bluffing at all. If I was bluffing, I would never take trades on live streams over here. I put my money where my mouth is every morning. So you can't call me a bluff master. That's wrong. Come on, man. Shit, man. We've been doing this for 4 years. we don't bluff over here. All right. Let's take a look over here. This one was pretty crazy. Got no confirmation. She just blasted through my entry, so I missed out. Oh, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a... Oh, wow. NASDAQ. Damn, that was a pretty good move there. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you would have missed it, you missed it. Because, man, this moved really, really quick. But then look how price made a low, came up, and then created resistances and confirmations for price to continue down to retest this low. You know, this is what I look for. Retests, lows made, highs made. Also, I gotta change my Instagram name to Raja Banks. Had to buy this name from somebody. Someone already had this name, so I had to go buy it from them. And now I got it. Took almost 2 years to get this done. Can you show us why determine your target for GJ? Yeah, so the reason why I have my target down over here is because on the 4 hour, right? We have this resistance here on the 4 hour, so that's where I'm expecting price to come into. How did I buy it? I messaged the guy. And I offered him a price, and we negotiated a little bit, and then that was it. The deal was done. Did you keep the Wix Don't Lie name? Yes, I have that name as well. Let's take a look at this chart. This is GJ, sells below this area, sells below once candle closes below support, no impulse sells. Okay. Plus we also have news over here in about 10 minutes, so we're going to see what happens here with the news. See, now this is a no trade range right over here. No trade range. If price just like, you know, wicks around in this range, this is like a 15 pip range, I think. Yeah, 24 pip range, right? If price wicks around in this range, there's no trade in this range. You know, the only trade is going to be below 142.870, 142.900. That's going to be a good trade, so we're going to wait for that. Would pound go up if rates remain unchanged? Yes, I mean, that's the bias, right? Because look, the rates are going to remain the same. There's no denying in that. The rates are going to stay the same. And if the rates remain the same, this is considered good for the economy because the news event came just as expected. So we can see some wicks going up and this and that. But for 100% buys, you'll need price to break above 143, 160. Should we also take trades when you do? No, I think you should close the stream and you should just leave right now. If you're going to take the trades as we do, then this is not the stream for you. Don't like these wicks. Strong candle be nice. Yeah, I'm looking for a strong candle to close as well. We have about 8 minutes left for the candle to close. Let's see here. What's going on here? Are you going on an impulse on GJ or close below support? I'm probably going to wait for candle to close below support. And then we're going to see what happens. What I want to see is, I want to look at this one thing over here. And Wanda open positions. Let's take a look at this area here. So Oanda is a brokerage, and we shall see. So majority of the people are with pound yen. Oh, it's even. It's break even over here. But majority of the people are in. Oh wow, people are in buys on gold. All right. So majority is in buys on gold. Well, well, well. We shall see. We got about 7 minutes left for the news to come in. Hey Raja, can you please unban Matinai's account? I think he got banned for a reason and it's going to stay that way. This is my first time sending a chart. Could you please give me your opinion? All right, Mr. John Smith. Let's take a look over here. Oh, Mr. John Smith is going in the gulag of the gulags. All right. Short term and risky buys above 1816. I like it. I like that, Carmen. Buys above 1816 and sells below this area to go to 1800. We got about 6 minutes left for news to come in. Okay, let's see here. I don't understand, why do people come in? Oh. Hello, sir. Can you please give me your opinion on this, please? All right, let's take a look here. We got 6 minutes left for the news to come in over here. 6 minutes left. This is pound yen, stop loss right above this candle, which means 3 pips above, sell stop below this over here. Yeah, it looks good. I think what else you need to do is you need to draw some zones over here too. You know, drawing zones is going to help you visually too, but you're looking at TP at 142.550. Let's take a look here. Yeah, first of all, price can come down to 142.700, and once we start breaking below 142.700, then we can start having conversations about price going to, you know, 142.550. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a 4-hour chart. What should my thought process be when I see wicks like this? Your thought process at this point should be to go to the lower time frames and see what's going on the lower time frames. That is what you need to do. So we got about 6 minutes, 5 minutes left. All right. Do you have link for drawing zones correctly? I don't know what that means. Having a link to draw zones correctly. But man, we're just in a range at this point now. It's going to be really, really interesting. Because the only thing that's going to move, really move price is going to be if they have a vote change. Right, if they have the vote change, if these votes change, that's what's going to move price a lot. But obviously, we're going to wait to see. And then we have, you know, Bailey speaking later on, so we're not sure what they're going to say. But they're very optimistic on price. But at the same time, with the lockdowns happening, I'm not sure how that's going to affect everything. But my bias is going to be bearish if we do come below, like, you know, this area here, 142.900. All right, let's take a look here. Bias based on a 1 hour close. Oh, nice. I do not take this trade because of the bullish close with no wick. Okay. Yeah, I guess it moved really quick. I think your JPY also moved up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit moved up. Coming up to a rejection zone here on your JPY. What will be the minimum deposit on Dominion markets? I think around like $100. $100, something like that. You know, because depositing $50 makes no sense at all. And I honestly think depositing $100 also makes no sense at all. I think minimum deposits everywhere should be like $500. Because from $100, what are you going to do with that, right? Most people aren't even serious with $100. You know, you can blow a $100 account and not even be bothered by it because you're like, okay, you know what? It was just $100. But we'll see what happens. I took a trade on gold, but ended up hitting stop. Any advice? All right. So should we wait? Yeah, we got 2 minutes left over here. I'm going to keep an eye on the price over here in the top left corner. So you took a buy on the 5-minute time frame. I think you need to look at the 15-minute and 30-minute time frame to see if you could have managed risk or not. That's what you need to see. So gold, maybe like, you know, great buys above 1816, just like Herman mentioned, potential buys above 1816, and this is going to be a no trade range here in the middle. No trade range right here. All right, we got 1.5 minutes left for this candle to close, and looking at the 30-minute candle, I mean, if this closes around 142.881, I think that could be a really good confirmation for news to push price further down, as long as it respects the high of this 30-minute candle at this point. So let's say if we get a close around 142.870, it'll be like a 14-15 pip stop with a potential, like, you know, 18 to 20 pip gain. So we can take a look at that. We got around 1 minute left now. So this should be interesting. Sell stop to anticipate interest news. I think your sell stop should be a little bit lower. Maybe somewhere over here would make sense. You know, 142, 888, 885, you know, below this wicks. Because what can happen is, like, if you have a sell stop in between the wicks, what can happen is that price can come down a wick in this area, and then it can just, like, you know, move right back up. All right, we got 10 seconds left. Gold is retracing. I think if we can break below 142.850, that's going to be a great idea to take a sell over there. 142.850. So I bet nothing has changed at this point. So basically there's no trade. I mean, if you do break above 143, you know, 160, then there's a high probability for price to continue moving bullish in this range.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, it's not expecting that.
Oh, wow. Got like 10, 12 pips over there. That was quick.
What is happening, man?
It was really quick. Nice. It happened really quick. Got like 10, 12 pips there. Above 143, 160 with the news. And boom, closed around, you know, 143, 260, 280. And if you look over here, you know, they did keep the rates the same. And that's why, you know, price moved up just like we expected, right? Rates the same, votes are almost the same over here as well. And that's why we had this move up over here. So once price came up over here, what was the buy stops? There was no buy stops. It was manual entry. Hit buys, went in like 15 pips. That's it. Crazy. We talked about this too. Like, you know, buys above 143, 160. Price came up, clean candles here to the left hand side and straight up. Someone is asking, was there news? Yes. Where did you have stop loss? I had like a 8 pip stop loss. 8-9 pip stop loss. The stop loss was not based on any candle confirmations at all. It was just like experience here. So this trade was an experienced trade. Like we've seen these moves happen like, over the past 4 years a lot of times. So like, experience played a big role in this trade over here. I thought you expected sells. Well, if the sells don't play out, what else will play out? Buys will play out if the sells don't play out. I mean, you got to use your brain over here, right? If you don't have any confirmation for sells, then obviously buys will play out. Man, wow, what a move over here. Went straight up towards 143.450, 30 pip move at this point. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is impulse entry long after 143.100. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I guess you had it if you did, but price has now moved a lot. But now since price is moving right now to enter trades at this point is not necessary at all. At this point, you just need to stay calm because this is the news candle, and you want to wait for this news candle to close. That's very important. You have to wait for this news candle to close.
Hey, Roger.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So just a quick question. So let's say that the previous 1 hour candle closed below the support, okay, below 142.870. Would the news still affect it and make it go up, or would it just drop?
We can't answer that because that never happened.
Okay.
This seemed too hard to catch. Yes, this was very hard to catch because trust me, when I first started, I would never catch news like this, but like as we saw price move, as we saw news happen over and over again, we start to develop some sort of intuition. We start to develop we start to ask questions like, okay, if we had this news, how could we have entered a trade in this news event? And the only logical explanation we can see is that if we had buys above 143.160, and if price does come above this area, we have these overwhelming confirmations of clean candles through the left hand side. So obviously price had to go all the way up towards 143.350. This is something we talked about earlier on when it came to the stream, and wow, man, this thing is continue moving over here. So at this point, you got to wait for this candle to close.
Hey, Roger.
Hello.
I took a sell some minutes ago from 143 till the 142.932 level. I closed it, I don't think 5 pips or so, but I watched it in my broker. I use IC Markets, and they had the bid and the ask prices, and some seconds before this motherfucking candle came, the spread was extreme. So the blue line was, I don't know, 2 or 3 centimeters between them. It's crazy. I closed it.
2-3 centimeters.
I came out with 13 euros in profit, so no problem at all. But this was crazy, really crazy.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because the spread goes up. Because here's the thing, whenever there's a news event, the spreads will always widen up. And the reason why spreads are going to widen up at that time is because brokers know that people will be trying to trade during the news event, so they want to make the most money possible. That's why the spreads go up. Yeah, so when it started, the spread was 8 pips, 9 pips, but as we came up towards 143, 180, 170, the spread came down to 2 pips, 1.5 pips. But yeah, the spreads do go up.
Hey, Roger.
Hey.
Just a quick question, really. The impulse trade that you just took here. Suppose if I normally risk about 1 or 2%, well, let's say 2% on my trade, because this is a contrarian move and a news event, how much would you risk if your normal risk is 1 or 2% per day?
I would risk 1%.
Right. Aye. Cool.
Yeah. Risk is very personal.
Mhm.
Someone can risk 3%, someone can risk 5%, someone can risk 0.5%. So it depends on how your week is going, how you're feeling, how confident you are, like if you've seen this before or not. Does it align with your analysis, or a lot of things that go into play with that.
Right. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, boss, do you have a runner?
No.
No, okay.
Roger.
Hey.
I was wondering, in moves like this, where do you put your stop loss?
I had like 8 pip stop. I wasn't expecting price to come down. I was expecting it to continue moving bullish. Right, so I had like 8-9 pip stop. So even if it came down, I would have lost like 8 pips. Because from here, the stop would be like 24 to 25 pips. So I'm going to mention it again. This was based on experience. Like we've seen this happen like a lot of times over the past 4 years. So this was only based on experience, nothing else. So so this is going to happen again and again and again. So if you guys missed it, look at this as a lesson on how you could have caught it the next time it happened. Any advice on how I could have caught this? I stayed out because I'm not comfortable. Yeah, so you gotta look at this and try to explain yourself how you would have caught this.
Raja.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure you hear me. So just a question. Since you said that this is based on experience, right? So is it always when the interest rate for pound remain the same, it always goes bullish? Based on what you saw?
Based on what we've seen, yes.
Okay, sounds good. Because I wrote a note that says that exactly, but I just wanted to make sure before anything.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Could you explain how interest rates could impact price? Oh yeah, like it impacted positive, because look, everything was the same. So whenever you have everything the same, this means it's good news for the economy. And that's why you have this big move over here. So now once we're waiting for the candle to close, we got to wait for candles to close either below this resistance or above this zone right over here. So that's going to give you some more confirmations whether we can maybe continue moving up or continue moving down. But from what I've seen is that if we do create some sort of a resistances, we may correct this move down unless nothing changes when Bailey speaks over here. Because the news came the same, and this would be like a shock move to the market to continue moving up because it was good news. So we may see correction. So that may happen. So we have to wait and see what happens here. We could look forward to sells later on to correct this move. Potentially, yes. So we'll have to wait. Looking at gold here too. Gold tapped at 1815, close to 1816, still in this range over here. Your GPY is also coming down. Can you let me know what journal platform you suggest? There are 2 platforms. One is called Trello, Trello, and the other one is called Trixie.trade. So there are 2 very good platforms. 2 people are having a conversation in German in the Zoom chat. It's hilarious.
Yes, Roger, it's important to connect German people here.
Yeah.
Sorry for spamming the chat. It's
Oh,
last
no.
message now.
No, it's fine. Who else do you recommend do NY session streams? I only recommend myself for New York session streams. There are other streams you can go into, but obviously, it's up to you where you want to go. But I think these are the best New York session streams ever. We've been at it for about 4 years now, and it's a pretty good audience we've built over time. To me, it's like taking an impulse entry, but instead of a wick breaking, it's a certain zone breaking. the anticipation of price moving up. Yes. And as we mentioned before, due to high volume, really strong volume will push price up, right? And if you guys remember, we talked about how long price has been ranging. So the longer price ranges, the bigger the breakout is going to be, right? So we look here, potential buys above 143, 160. Price came up over here, executed a buy. It was really quick. It took about like 2 seconds. You know, in 2 seconds, price went from 170 all the way up towards like, 280, 320. So it's pretty quick at that point. So now basically you gotta wait for these candles to close over here. What lot size do you normally take? Also, what minimum account size would you recommend taking that size of trade? Well, it's up to you. You know, like if you have $1,000 account, then you need to identify how much risk you're going to put on a trade. You know, are you going to risk $10? Are you going to risk $50? So those are some things you need to identify whenever you're taking a trade. Hello there, is this live and free? Question mark. Yes. We've been doing this for about 4 years now and it's totally free. Looking at the smaller time frames now, seems like we may be pushing bullish above 143, 560, 570. You know, if you get a close above here, it's like a 12, 13 pip range over here. There's so much volume in the market, man. So now you have to look at the small time frames. Also keeping an eye on your JPY as well for it to continue bearish. There are a lot of things happening at this point. A lot of volume, lots of fun things happening. You know, whenever there's volume, it's a lot of fun because, you know, price moves fast and you get opportunities to take some good trades, make some money here and there too. So I'm going to be looking to see if we create some sort of a support, and if we break that support to maybe correct this move up. But if we keep closing bullish on the 5-minute time frame, I think this is going to be the next one should continue moving bullish towards, 143, 700. It's like 13 or 14 pips away. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Executed buys after breaking the resistance with strong volume. Oh, nice. Secured 12.5 pips. Very nice. Beautiful. So these are what I call cowboy trades. Cowboy trades, something that you've seen before, and they work really well. Let's take a look at this USD CAD analysis here now. So price made a high at 1.28250. Price is coming down. If support is made somewhere around here, best case scenario is to be buys. Yes, that is correct. We made a high, price is coming down. Potentially, if we create a support, we can continue moving back up. What's your thoughts on Biden and his effect on the Forex market? Nothing. I don't think Biden even knows Forex exists, man. The things he talks about sometimes.
No. Biden's the type of person that will buy GME stocks.
I want to learn how to trade Forex, but I heard it's hella volatile. Oh yes, Forex is extremely volatile. Really volatile than stocks. With the news being positive, would you say we can count on the market sentiment to keep pushing up? Yeah, we can count on that, especially if you look at the 5-minute time frames here. We're pushing bullish, we're breaking above the highs. Our next resistance is around 143, 680, 700 after that wick fill. So I think that could happen at this point. The only thing I'd be looking for is that, of course we can go up to 143, 700, but the only thing I'm going to be looking at would to see if we create a support on, let's say, the 15-minute time frame, and if we break that support, then we can have a correction coming down. That's something I'm going to be looking at. But before we talk about that, let's remove all analysis over here and let's just do fresh analysis now, right? Because we have fresh candles at this point. So basically we created a support down at 142.930. We created a support. We're coming up to another resistance here now. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, We're coming up towards, 143, 715, 700. That's the place we're targeting at this point. Looking at 30-minute time frame, we're coming up 15-minute, also in the 5-minute. So yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what happens now. So, this makes sense over here. 5-minute candle close bullish. Next one, very, very good opportunity for price to continue up towards 143, 700. Ooh, someone closed 8 pips over here. Yeah, see, we're creating a support at this point. So if we break the support here, I think we can correct this move partially coming down. That's something we can aim for if we break a support over here. But so far, it's bullish. Everything's bullish. There's no sells at this point. Do you think it's a good idea for anticipated sell on gold on 1809? Yes. I think a really good sell on gold is going to be below 1810. That's what I'm anticipating over here too. Below 1810. Do you ever trade based on RSI or no? No RSI. Nothing at all. Only indicators. Oh no indicators. Only price action. Imagine one day we come to the charts and my chart has rainbows on it. Ichimoku clouds and Bollinger Bands and RSI and man, so much mess. Is Daniel Savage fraud or no? No, he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. Like, I'm his friend. We're real life friends. I have a lot of people. There are a lot of people I'm really good friends with, but then there are a lot of people who I'm friends with and I don't approve of the way they conduct business. You can be friends with somebody, but then at the same time, you can't approve the way they do business as well. Are you friends with Iron Man? No.
That was quick.
Yes. Yeah, so gold is still ranging over here now. Your JPY is also coming down to retest the low. Let's take a look at GBP USD. How far did GBP USD move over here? Oh wow, it still also moved all the way up towards our resistance. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame. We're coming up towards this area here. This is the resistance we're coming up to. We're also coming up towards 143,700. Man, since this is the last stream here today, till Wednesday, so I'm not going to be here till Wednesday next week. I really want to give you guys a really good trade over here. That one buy was an impulse trade, moved really, really quick, but I really want to see if we can correct this move below 143,500. That's what I really want to see happen today.
You are such a legend, man. Way of thinking, you're so good.
Thank you, man. Too kind. Oh, wow. Look at that. We tapped 143,700. Right? You see that? Really high momentum. Strong resistance right over here. And something we talked about. If this candle closes bullish, 5-minute candle continue up towards 143,700. With volume, strong momentum, moving bullish. Price action just made a lot of sense, right? But if you look on, let's say, the 30-minute, or if you look on the 15-minute, all we see is just one straight candle up. Look at the 15-minute, one candle but no market structure. But if you look at the 5-minute, you have clean market structure here. Price came up, rejection candle. One bearish candle doesn't mean a sell, right? Bullish candle, next one, perfect. Next one breaks the high and, clean move up. Nice 13, 14 pip move over there.
Hey Roger, do you think the next target would be 14400?
Let's take a look over here. So if we break above this area, so now 143,700 is a really, really strong resistance here, right, on the 4 hour. If we break above, then 144 is a potential target here at this point. Yeah, look at that, man. Above 143,700, we are going all the way towards 144. So for price to go all the way up towards 144, we would need to see some sort of a support formed on the 15-minute time frame or on the 30-minute time frame, because I mean, if price continues moving up from this point, then it's just like, wow, crazy, But realistically, we would want to see some sort of support formed for price to continue moving further bullish. Or if we break that support, then we can potentially, correct part of this move coming down. But so far, I think the 5-minute played out exactly how we anticipated to continue towards 143,700. Yo, Raja, how come you changed Wicks Don't Lie? The reason why I changed Wicks Don't Lie, one other reason was because I had it for a long time, and there were a lot of people that scammed with the false names of Wicks Don't Lie. So then all of a sudden I switched to Raja Banks. So now there's no confusion. And one other strategy I used was I posted that video on Instagram, right? You guys saw that video. That video on Instagram, I posted that. And that video, it got a lot of exposure. So that was also a way to tell everyone, hey, my name has changed. So that was a strategy there as well. Like a really set strategy to post that video so a lot of people can see it and then they can notice that the name has changed. Because, like regular posts, they don't get as much exposure as that video did. So it was comical, it was funny, plus also it was a strategic move. How old were you in that video? I think that video was from 2017. 18, 19, 20, 21, yeah, 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago. Wow, that 5-minute from down over here really moved up. Whoever's holding buys from over here, man, nice. You're doing pretty good.
I'm still holding, coach.
Oh, nice.
I had a little bit of doubt on the 500 area, but other than that, man, was clean move, to be honest. At this point, the weekly candle grabbed enough liquidity to continue pushing.
Yeah, I mean, it was bearish for a long time, and then boom, now coming up over here slowly.
Yeah.
Gold is still ranging. Ooh, your JPY is actually coming down to this support here we identified. A really good thing I want to see on pound yen is to break a support to correct this move down, or to create a support on the 15-minute to continue moving bullish to 144. But then we got to ask ourselves, right? If you look on the daily candle, so 144 is all the way up over there. What's the probability of this daily candle, which has already moved 90 pips, to move another 30 pips up towards 144?
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's the big question.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to wait for this candle to give you maybe 25 more pips if you're already in profits like 30 or 40 pips?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
After 3 months with you really starting to see progress. Oh wow, let's take a look at this over here. Euro JPY 15-minute. Oh nice, you got it. Beautiful. You got this trade. It's very nice. I think it still has some more room to come down. You're unintentionally putting a lot of these so-called Forex gurus out of business. No, that's not my intention, and that's basically not the motive was over there. The entire motive was because when I first started, no one was showing the real process of taking trades. I mean, if you look at Instagram right now, right? Go on Instagram right now and look at any guru out there. The only thing you're going to see is a fancy car on everyone. If you hide their faces, all you're going to see is a fancy car and random screenshots of profits. That's all what you're going to see, right? So no one was showing the process of entering a trade, the process of managing risk, because it takes a lot. Like you can post a random screenshot with profits, but then the people who follow you or the people who pay you to learn, they don't know the exact process why you took the trade. So I think with these live streams, it's really important to show the process of taking a trade, the process of actually waiting to take the trade, patience, consolidation. Like yesterday I was on the stream for about 2.5 hours and I took 0 trades because nothing really showed up in front of me. And today we had a quick move down from 143 100, and then another move which we identified right over here from 143 550 to 143 700. So this is actually really important to show the process of how you take the trade, the thought process and everything in between. My first week with no losses. Thank you for discussing the discipline and self-control. Oh, nice. Beautiful, Vehan. Amazing. First week with no losses. And it's all because of focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. You focus on 1 trade a day. That's it. I was having this conversation with someone yesterday, and what we were talking about was we were discussing how, when you're trading, you're only focusing on what you can do today or what you can do in this week, right? Because here's the thing. If you're trading today, you need to ask yourself, will your life change if you overtrade for a week? Will you make life-changing money? And the answer is going to be no. It's never going to happen that way. What you need to do is you need to look at what you can do in a month or what you can do in 2 months. What most people do is they try to compound accounts and make gains and this and that, but you should be focusing on a withdrawal at the end of 2 weeks or at the end of the month. Forget about growing your account, forget about compounding your account. Just focus on how you're going to make a withdrawal at the end of 2 weeks or at the end of the month, whether that's like a $40 withdrawal, a $50 withdrawal. No matter how big or small that withdrawal is, you need to focus on withdrawing money at the end of 2 weeks. That's it. Stop focusing on making huge returns, because that's going to happen with time later on. Can a volume-based price action be anticipated for unemployment claims at 8:30? Yes. Because if you look at gold is just ranging at this point, right? So gold is ranging for a reason. Same thing that happened on pound yen over here. If you look at pound yen over here, pound yen was ranging down over here for a reason. And that reason was a high volume news over here, and which happened, right? If you look at gold is also ranging for a reason. And the reason is because, we have unemployment claims later on. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that. Now, it's not always 100% that, the range is going to be faced with a big volume news later on. It's just speculation, that's what we're anticipating to happen. Have you heard of I Am Trading? No. A guy has been doing it for 2 years. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, Euro New Zealand 4-hour chart. Nice. Beautiful, man. You got this. You got a buy at the bottom over there. I wonder what type of confirmations you saw on the 1 hour and 30-minute time frame. It's beautiful. Coming up to this range over here as well. Yeah, looks like pound yen is reacting to this level over here, 143 700. We're reacting to this level here. I firmly believe that if we can break this support 143 500, we can potentially correct part of this move. Why withdraw money when you can use that to compound your account? See, that's the problem. When you are focusing on compounding your account, you're just compounding your account. You're not making fuck all. I talk to people all the time and they're like, hey man, listen, I made, I made $600 on my, $1,000 account, and then I made this much, I made that much, and then I blew the account. The reason you blew the account because you don't even know how it feels like to have a withdrawal. Half the people here, you all are good traders. I believe everyone here in this Zoom chat in the YouTube chat, you're all really, really good traders, because sometime in your life you have made good returns in trading. 100%, you made great returns in trading, but the problem is you haven't withdrawn money, right? You've only focused on compounding your account. That's it. That's the only thing you focused on, compounding accounts. And when you compound accounts, you keep losing. But when you withdraw money, that's addictive. You know, imagine you withdraw $10, or let's say you withdraw $50, right? That $50, when it comes to your bank account, that feels different when it comes to your bank account, because you can spend it, right? And that's really, really important, to feel what it feels like to withdraw money. You know, and I think most people, they don't really understand what it feels like to withdraw money, because they keep on compounding account. That was my problem in the start too. The question from the Gulag, Raja's patience is unmatched in responding to Gulag, same questions day and out. Yeah, I think it's really important to keep on repeating the same things, because those are really simple things, you know, and the more time you repeat them, the more people start to believe it, you know. And I think if I keep repeating withdraw, 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 people are going to start believing it, and then they'll start withdrawing money, you know. Because, man, I remember my first good withdrawal was for $4,000, and I paid my rent with that, you know, and I still had 2,000 left, and I was like, wow, 4,000. My bank account was at 16,000. I withdrew 4,000 on Thursday. Tuesday evening, it hit my bank account. And I checked my bank account went up by 4,000 to 20,000. And that felt unreal. You know, from that moment, I was like, man, you know what? Fuck compounding. I'm going to keep withdrawing money, because more I can withdraw money, I can compound my bank account. You know, screw compounding the trading account. You got to compound your bank account, because if you compound your bank account, you can use that money. If you compound your trading account, there's going to be a very high probability you're going to lose a portion of that down the road. You know, so you gotta change your mindset here a little bit. You gotta flip the mindset. Oh, someone donated £5. Buy a quarter pound with cheese meal. Oh, nice, thank you. Yeah, so gold is still range.
That's good. Quarter pounder with cheese.
Quarter pounder with cheese. Look at this, pound yen is coming down now. If we break below 143,500, I think we can correct a portion of this move coming down. What do you think about funded account for people who have little capital? I think you should go with funded accounts if you are consistent on your small account. You know, if you're consistent on your $500 account, then it makes sense to go on a funded account. But if you're not consistent on your $500 account, then trading a bigger account will not make you consistent. I just want to thank you for helping me out for the past 4 months. You give so much value to these streams. Oh, thank you, thank you. Did you take any trades today? Yeah, I took a small scalp on this news from like around 143, 180 up towards, you know, 143, 320. Do you know how long the withdrawals will take on Dominion markets? Yeah, crypto withdrawals are usually same days, maximum 24 hours. We're looking at some other options too, like, you know, like bank wires and PayPal or stuff like that. But no promises. How do you feel about using your credit card to fund your account? Then when you profit, pay the credit card bill off to build credit. I think that's the worst idea you can have, to fund your trading account with a credit card. Never do that. Never fund a trading account with a loan. Never do that. That goes against the rule of investing 101. Investing 101 is never invest with borrowed money. You know, if you have to borrow money to invest, then probably you don't have money to invest to begin with. So don't do that. If we close below support on 5 minute, is it good to say to correct the move? Yes. What crypto broker will Dominion use? We're looking at some options, so we're going to see what happens. What about real estate? Real estate is different. When you borrow money to invest in real estate, that's different because it's there, you know, and real estate is solid. It's like it's very stable, you know. Trading, man, trading is different because our mentality is not stable. Like we have unstable mentalities, you know. So when you invest money, borrowed money in trading, it's highly unstable. All right, we're about to break 143.700. 15-minute candles also moving up. We need to see some sort of a consolidation happening above 143.700 to potentially continue on towards 144. So we need to see some sort of a price action form. A year after you became profitable, did you still deal with tough drawdowns, frustrations, mistakes? No, not really, because I was focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day, had my stop loss. I mean, the only way you're going to have problems with frustration is if you're going to keep moving your stops, or if you keep taking trades after trades. That's the only time that you're going to have frustration. So you need to focus on just 1 or 2 trades a day and everything's going to be fine. Was this move on GJ for news? Yes. If you look at Forex Factory, it was news. Did you bank hard today? No, not at all. Made like $540. Ooh, someone donated £2. Buy coffee. Nice. Oh. Any suggestions to stop myself from moving my stops? It's an issue. This is the same thing as, like, you know, running a red light. Asking someone, hey man, any suggestions to not run a red light? And the suggestion is going to be, well, just stop at a red light. You know, that's it. Because when you place a stop loss is placed at a point where if price crosses that point, then your trade is going to be invalidated. That's where the stop is placed, right? So let's say if we're looking at price action over here, and if price breaks below, let's say 143.500, okay, so let's do this, right? Hypothetically speaking, let's do this. So I took an entry around 143. Oh, hold on. So I took an entry around 143. 180 right over here, right? My stop was around 8 pips right down over here, and I was targeting around, you know, 143, 340, 350. So price went up in profits, well and good. If price came down, right, and if I increased my stop loss, look at my risk reward, right? If I increase my stop loss, so I will never increase my stop loss. My stop loss is kept there to keep me safe. You know, and my stop loss is also kept there because I understand the risk. I know how much am I going to lose if my stops get hit. You know, that's why you place the stop loss. If you move your stop loss, if you go and draw down, man, you're just increasing your risk at that point. So you have to accept the risk. Most people, they don't even accept the risk they're taking. You know, so whenever I'm taking a trade, I understand that if I lose a certain trade, I'm going to lose like $100 or $200 or whatever my risk is. You know, I'm accepting that fact. And when you accept the risk, you enter the trade with more confirmations. You have more confidence. You know, you're less hesitant to enter the trade because you've already accepted the risk of the trade.
Gold is starting to break over here now. 18.15.
Yeah, gold is about to break over here too. We got the 15-minute candle closing at about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh wow, look at that. 5 minutes is breaking up. This is like a 40 pip range over here till 1820. 35 pip range till 1820. Gold is really tricky, man. Like if you take a buy here, it can either wick and come down in the range, or this candle can continue moving up in this range. This is where gold gets really, really tricky at this point. Hey Raja, I will do good for a few days and then one day I will take losses and screw up the whole week. I've gotten better at closing early. Oh, nice. See, what you got to do is, this is actually very normal. You know, very normally what happens is guys are going to do well for about 2-3 days. And then the problem is you're doing well for 2-3 days. The biggest issue comes around when you take that first loss, right? Let's say you had 3 winning days, and then on the 4th day, if you take that one loss, that's when everything goes down the drain, because now you're like, oh man, now I'm gonna take another trade. I want to take another trade. So when you take a first loss, just call it a day at that point. That's what I do most times. I call it a day, and then I see that, okay, how can I give my trade a second chance? So I'm just looking at pound yen over here to see how this 30-minute candle is going to close, and then we're going to decide where can we go from there. Looking at gold, it's closing above this area as well on the 15-minute time frame, so we're going to see if we can continue moving up or not. Let's take a look at this chart. This is gold chart. Oh, nice 30-minute candle closing above. Hey, Vehan, I thought you called it a week. I thought you called it a week. But yeah, if you're taking paper trades, that's still pretty good. Will Dominion markets be used by funding talent? I'm not sure, but we can basically, yeah, we can look into that. Having partnerships is not that bad at all.
We can still paper trade, Raja.
Oh yeah, exactly. But man, you had an amazing week, man. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my hands from now on.
Can y'all like the stream? 4K people watching and only 559 likes. Oh, that's okay. Okay, let's see here. Would you consider buys valid if breaks above resistance, or sells only due to possible market correction? Yeah, I mean, if you get a break above 143,700, we can have valid buys going up towards 144. But if you start breaking the low over here at 143,500, then potentially we can see price coming down. The way we can see right over here is that this 30-minute candle is closing. The way it's closing, it's creating a potential resistance, right? So we need to wait for it to close first. Because if it closes bearish, we're creating a resistance at this point. Hi, sir. What about this? What about when I take trades based on 1 hour, can I put my stop loss based on 30-minute? Yes. Yes, you can. Because usually after entered trades, I always go down to 30-minute, 15-minute. Yeah, you can do that. Normally, I do that too. Sometimes, if I'm going to analyze a chart based on the 1 hour time frame. So let's say if we're looking at the 30-minute at this point right over here, right? And if price closes bullish, we know then there's a high probability for price to continue bullish. But then again, our stop is going to be bigger, right? So then I'm going to go to smaller time frames, and then I'm going to base my stop based on that, basically. So we can see right over here, price is closing above this resistance at 1816. I think if it keeps closing above this area and stays below, stays above 1815, we can continue moving. Oh wow, look at that. 1820 is coming up over here on gold. Quick question. This was not mentioned in the intro video. When you see a trade entry, do you talk it out and we all enter together? No, this is not a group trading session. We don't all enter together. We don't do that. We do our own analysis, and then, if you think you want to enter the trade, then you can enter the trade. So what I did was had one buy over here. Let's trade one GJ buys. That's 12 pips. What was the biggest struggle after becoming a profitable trader? The biggest struggle for me after becoming a profitable trader was acknowledging losses. That was my biggest struggle, to acknowledge a loss. Because when you're profitable, you're confident, you take a loss, you kind of want to make that loss back. So that was the biggest struggle. And then I had to really admit, like a losing trade and just be okay with that. All right, we're still waiting for this 30-minute candle to close over here, and then we're gonna have NY open at this point. How much to open a brokerage business? It's a lot. You know, people think it's pretty easy. It's not easy. It's a lot. You gotta do a lot of work. You gotta put down a lot of money. They're like monthly fees, like 15,000 a month, 20,000 a month. You know, you gotta get licenses. So there's a lot that goes on into opening a brokerage. I've bought into 3 courses. So you named all those courses, yet I've come to understand better here. Price action and reasons confluences. Oh, nice. Amazing. Yeah, it looks like gold is trying to make this liquidity wick here to continue moving bullish, especially on the 15-minute time frame here as well. I mean, if we do stay above 1816, 040, there's a higher probability for it to continue up, you know, because we have this clean candles through left-hand side. Let's see here. Should I avoid selling if the current daily and 4-hour candle is bullish and vice versa? Yes, but you can also look for confirmations, right? What I'm looking for over here is I'm looking to see if we're going to break below 143.500 for a potential sell, or are we going to break above 143.700 for a potential continuation of buys all the way up towards 144. That's what I'm looking for at this point. You analyze gold so well, why don't you trade it? Because it doesn't align with my trading plan. That's why I don't trade gold. Not all the time I trade gold. Sometimes, you know, maybe like 10% of the time I'm going to trade gold. But the thing is, like in the market, you're going to see a lot of opportunities. You know, you're going to see a lot of good opportunities too. But it's not necessary that you will act on all those opportunities. You know, that's what it is. So you got to be very, very careful on the opportunities you act on. Just like right over here, we're waiting. We're waiting for price to break above 143.700 or break below 143.500. And also the 30-minute candle is about to close in about 10 minutes as well. All right, I'll be right back. We got some time left for these candles to close.
Take care when you. Oh, quick question on gold. Actually, let me show you. Let me show you.
Oh wow, look at that. Pound yen is starting to move bullish over here. It's starting to break above 143,700. This is where someone can say, well, we gotta hold the line for price to continue on towards 144 here now. This daily candle can go to 144. Can we head over to 144? Would this make sense? It's going to be from 730 all the way down towards here. 12 pip stop for price to continue moving towards 144. That's a risky endeavor, but I think we can get it. We can get towards 144 at least. That's 26 pips away. We got 6 minutes left for this candle to close as well. You know what? If I'm going to risk the profits I made earlier, this is where I'm going to risk the profits right over here for price to continue bullish. From 740 to continue on towards at least 840, 850, 10, 11 pips, and then continue on towards 143, 900, and essentially then 144. You know, so I put the food in the spoon. The food's on the spoon from earlier on. From 850 and 900 levels, yeah, mainly like targeting, you know, like 850 and 900, those areas right over there. And also we're moving into NY Open, so you know we can anticipate volume with NY Open to continue pushing price bullish. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a sell on Euro AUD. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Taking partials down over here and making sure it continues running is pretty good. Someone is saying it's risky. Yeah, it's risky, but I'm already in the trade over here. Entered at around 143,750. So I'm up about like, you know, 4 pips at this point. Entered basically once we broke the high over here, you know, like we've been talking about this. If we break above 143,700, there's high possibility for it to continue moving bullish. So that was the whole idea behind my entry. What's this? How would you see an entry after candle close when next candle breaks the high? Well, when the next candle breaks the high, then I think the entry is going to be a little too late because the stop is going to be bigger below this candle right over here. So this was an example of an impulse entry, a really good example of an impulse entry. You know, with momentum and all that stuff, we also talked about this. You know, we had positive news. But if you miss it, you miss it. This is going to be a time where you can basically look back and learn how you could have entered the trade. Gold is also doing a retest over here at 1816. All right, we're approaching. Well, I'm approaching 143,850. I'm not sure if anyone else is in these buys over here, but. Oh, nice. Caesar is in these buys. Nice. Was the impulse on the 5-minute? No. Right here on the 15-minute. We broke above this wick. We talked about this. Entered at around 143,750 and anticipating price to come up towards 143,850. 10 pips. Put stops at break even after that and then can continue on moving bullish. Will MetaTrader 5 show balances in CAD? Yes. You will be able to see balances in CAD. Place long position, please. Okay. This was right over here. This was my long position right over here. Around 750 and going up over here. As it comes towards 143.850, going to put my stops at break even, and then I'm going to let the rest run. Or at this point, if price comes back to my entry point, then I'm basically like, you know, closing everything at that point. Because already had a winning trade earlier on, and if this goes in a drawdown, it wouldn't make sense to, like, you know, take a loss for the day. So that's why I'm going to close it at break even if it comes back to my entry point. This is the NY Open now. So NY Open volume should potentially continue pushing price bullish.
That's a clever idea. The last position. That's good.
And there we go. Got 10 pips at that point. Putting stops at break even and closing 90% of my position and letting the rest run. So see what happened? We had news candle. After the news candle happened, we waited and we had the idea to wait for price to break above. Oh, look at that. We tapped 143.900 to the dot. And then we waited for price to break above 143.700. Impulse entries. We talked about this for about half an hour during the news candle. And essentially now we had basically a winning trade at this point. So Gulag, if you got this trade, once again, like yesterday, give a like on the stream. I know some people took these trades over here. I know some people were in these trades over here for buys. There were no sells. You know, there were no sells. We continued on, broke above 143.700, clear as day. I think it was a beautiful move.
Now the daily candle looks beautiful. Exactly the way I wanted to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it should continue till 144. Look at that. Daily candle. Why are there no streams until Wednesday? I'm going on a little vacation. That's why. Yes, sir. Can we have the noise in the background for that win? Can we have the noise in the background? All right. Well, if you guys took this trade and profited and secured profits, here's a little noise here for you guys there in the Gulag. You guys want the noise? There's a noise there for you. But man, this was a pretty good day. The first buys with the news were impulsive trades, really, really risky trades. You know, price moved really fast. But the second buys were absolutely amazing. You know, we have clear confirmations. Price was closing above. We broke above 143.700. And as we broke above the highs over here, the wicks over here, we anticipated price to continue moving bullish. And, you know, lo and behold, we continued to move up over here. How is gold looking in your opinion? I think gold is doing what it does best. Retracing, wicking here and there.
Yeah. Super annoying.
I still think it's good because if it stays above 1816, it still has a high probability to continue on towards 1820 or even 1821. Just needs to break above this area here, 1818.
I like the idea of gold going toward the 1826 that I sent you the chart earlier. The hourly candles looks really nice. Price action is looking good. I basically would like to see the prices staying above that resistance that you have there, 1866. But looking at the lower time frames, you wanna have some sort of structure. Looking at basically something, even if you have a deep retest toward this area, but candles slowly closing in this area right here on the 5 minutes toward this area. But we're coming from a heavy daily bearish candle, so be aware that any of these buys, impulsive buys, are gonna be short term.
Hey, Kerwin, when you're managing your gold trade and managing your stop loss, what time frame are you looking at primarily?
5 minutes. I look at the 4 hours for entries, and then with 4 hours, the 4 hours are more confirmations for the trades. So I mainly trade in the same way the 4-hour candles are forming. And unless I see a 4-hour candle flipping the other way around, then I take impulsive sells or buys, whatever it is. But other than that, man, your 4 hours are always key on gold. If you take time to backtest gold based on the previous 4-hour candle coming to New York session, the one that start at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and close at 5 a.m., you basically just need to wait a pullback toward that 5 a.m. candle, toward resistance or support, and go from there. But the 4 hour that close at 5 a.m. in the morning, that's your friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem.
What's this over here? Hey, Raja and GJ, can you please explain once again when you take impulse entry on the high or the low? I missed the entry. Yeah, I mean, we're breaking above 143,700, and we said that we were anticipating price to, if we break above this area, we can anticipate price to continue moving up. So impulse entries are tricky that way because it will take you a long time to truly understand how impulse entries work. It took me a full year to watch impulse entries, to miss trades, to really understand how they're working. So that's why, when price was breaking above, I knew that, hey, the news was really positive. We were moving into NY Open, which is high volume time. So positive news, high volume time, NY Open. What's the probability for price to continue bullish? You just have to ask yourself, what's the probability? Also, if it's closing above a zone, which we identified, you got to ask yourself, what's the probability? And the probability is really, really high, and then price moved bullish at that point.
Really nice.
How can I enter trades if the range is always around 12 pips and less for UJ? Then you can't enter trades because that's what UJ is. If USDJPY is going to give you a 12 pip range, then you got to deal with that 12 pip range and maybe just secure 8 pips, 7 pips. So you got to have like a bigger range at that point. Something like pound yen, you can see it has bigger ranges. You can see Euro JPY has sort of like bigger ranges, but it's ranging at this point. Gold has bigger ranges. You can see now gold has broken above this high, which now creates a high probability for gold to continue moving bullish because you have clean candles here to the left hand side. You know, so even if it retraces, you're basically riding out the retracements here because it's going to continue moving at this point. There's a high probability it will continue on. I started watching you. I was watching 30 pairs and I was trying to get 10 trades a day. Oh wow, I was losing money. Half my trades are now 3 pairs. Oh, beautiful. Hey everyone, Raja, if you look for another paper trade, could you please draw the trade on TradingView so we can understand it better? Thanks. I'm not sure if I'm going to look for another paper trade. This was the second trade I took over here. So this was for another, what, trade 2, GJ buys. This is for I took it at about 11 pips over here. So this week I had 1 loss, you know. Monday we had a win, Tuesday we had a win, Wednesday we had a loss, and then took a second trade on Wednesday was a win. Yesterday we had a win, and today again we had a win. Right? And every trade was broken down in the stream to like, you know, all this week. So it took 1 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, and 1 on Thursday. So 5 trades this week. You know, 1 loss and 4 wins. It was all in the stream. We recorded it. We talked about it. We broke it down. And, you know, for everyone who took those same trades and profited the week here, good job, everybody. But at the same time, if you overtraded and if you lost all the profits, man, super sad for you guys. If you lost all the profits, that's true, man. I mean, if you overtrade and you lose profits, come on. You got to be happy with all the wins you get. Thoughts on GJ? We're moving bullish. All right, let's take a look over here now. Let's see here. Bro, what would you recommend a person who is just starting out as your trading style? There's no such thing as trading style. There's such thing as like, you know, really understanding how candles are moving. That's all what it is. Because if we take a look at the candles right over here, right? If we take a look at this on the 1 hour time frame, you can see we only have like 1 swift candle moving up, and we're approaching some sort of a resistance area here to the left hand side. But if you drop down to the 30-minute time frame, you still see clean candles. But when you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, now you can see some sort of market structure here, right? As we broke the highs over here. And if you drop down to the 5-minute time frame, you can see some more market structure where price is just making higher highs and higher lows. We were expecting price to break below 143,500 to do some sort of a correction, but at the same time we were not ignoring potential buys, and potential buys came above, you know, 143,700. So I mean, if you're starting new, I think the best thing for you to do is to just focus on candle formations, focus on 1 pair and 1 time, and that's it. You know, that's it. 1 time frame and just, no, not 1 time frame, 1 session and 1 pair. That's it. I only focus on pound yen. That's all what I focus on. Pound yen, and I focus on mainly on the New York session. And I think it works really, really well. 5-minute ads made me unsubscribe and go to another channel. Alright then, we don't need you here anyway. Wow, look at this. It's going up towards 144.
Still pumping, man.
Yeah, it's still pumping. Like, people think I care about their comments in the gulag. Man, I don't give two shits about what people think. Like, I make my own money. I trade my own money. Like, I'm good financially. No one pays me a subscription fee. No one pays me monthly. I don't care what you guys think, what you guys say. We come on over here. We do the live stream. We call the trades. We make money, and we just go about our day. You know, so you want to complain, go to your mom or dad to complain, man, or go look in the mirror and complain. Don't complain on the stream over here.
That was one.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for about 4 years now, you know, and if I cared about what people thought, man, I wouldn't be here anymore.
I mean, the simple fact the person took time out to say 5-minute ads and all that. Come on.
Yeah.
5-minute ads, maybe I go to different shit. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, chill out, man. I agree with your stance on withdrawing. I want to ask about increasing risk. How do you increase your risk as your long-term performance indicates you should? Increase in risk comes naturally. You know, the thing is, like, when you focus on one session and one pair, what's going to happen is that over time, you're going to start to understand how that pair moves, right? So we've been looking at pound yen for about 4 years now, right? In certain scenarios, we can understand that price is going to move a certain way, right? So as price came above 143,700, we looked at this and saw that, okay, like, you know what, this is a good opportunity for price to move bullish. So the more times you see this, eventually, naturally, you're going to start to increase your risk at that time. So let's say you're using 1% risk, 2% risk. At times are going to come where you're going to say, hey, wait a minute, I've been trading the same scenario a bunch of times, and there's a higher probability that I'm going to win in the scenario. So why don't I just increase my risk at this time? You know, and then slowly you're going to increase your risk. Or if you're going to see that you've been consistent for, let's say, a month or 2 months, then you're going to look back and say, okay, hey, wait a minute, if I'm being consistent over here, how come, okay, let me just put in some more money in my account. Because if you put more money in your account, your risk is going to stay the same, but the relative monetary outcome is going to increase because, you know, your balance went up a little bit. So that's how you're going to increase your risk, you know, with confidence, with seeing the same things over and over again. I took 2 trades. I got 5% profit. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Gold trade, 1-minute chart. Re-entry after the retest. This is where I get stuck. Oh, retracements.
Oh, yeah, that area at the top, it seems that I usually end up getting a wick come down and take me out of the trade every single time. And I'm not sure what to do at that point. Either take profit or just close it all out together. I close a partial to take it all out.
Yeah, just close majority of the partials and let the rest run. Because even though we have clean traffic through the left-hand side, we can speculate price is going to go there, but that's all we can do. We can only speculate, right? But the only thing we can control is managing our profits and managing our risk. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Farhad, 15-minute chart on gold. Retest candle making liquidity wick. Trade closed at 21 pip profit, 80% close. Stop loss at break even. Yeah, that's good. With gold, I mean, the thing is, gold, it pumps in like 10 to 15 pip increments, right? Like, I'm sure whoever trades gold, they know this gold will pump 10, 15 pip in increments. Then it's going to retrace. So it's always a good idea to always look to secure positions on gold and let the rest run, because if it continues running, it's gonna continue moving really nice. But, like, you know, for the most part, I mean, look at this, right? These wicks, these rejections, liquidity grabs, this is where people get really confused in gold, because, like, you know, these retracements are pretty deep. I mean, if you look at this right over here, it's like a 13 pip retracement here and then a pump up. So you got to look at the candles over here. You know, as long as they're respecting the lows, there's a high probability it's going to continue moving. All right, let's see here. It was funny seeing the emotions from everyone yesterday. Y'all take an L, everyone is quiet with a salty look on their face, and when they won 10 pips, they're always smiling, cheering, funny as hell. Oh. That's okay. We've been at it for a very long time. How do you decide whether to impulse entry or wait for the candle to close? See, now this is based on experience, right? There was high volume. News was extremely positive for the pound. We were breaking above a strong zone, 143,700. You look on the 1 hour time frame, really strong zone over here where we were breaking above this area. So, like, you know, that's where experience comes into play. That, okay, how many times have you seen this happen before? You know, and like we've seen this happen a lot of times before. The price will just break the zone and it's going to continue on to the next zone. And I think 144 is going to be achieved here today. Do you look at COT reports? I have no idea what they are. COT reports. Raja should get a diamond on his forehead. Oh, like Lil Uzi? Lil Uzi got a diamond on his forehead. Man, his forehead got fucked up. It started bleeding. Uzi Vert got a diamond. What are the best resources to learn? Books, videos, live streams like this. I think these live streams are pretty good. Live streams are good. Go through some of my videos on YouTube. There are a bunch of channels on YouTube you can go to too. If you guys don't know who Adam Koo is, I think he has a pretty good channel over here. Right, Forex 101. And oh, there's me. Oh, nice. I'm coming in Forex 101. Beautiful. Yeah, this one right over here. This is a really good beginner's video here, Adam Koo. I'm trying to get him on the live streams here. I sent them a bunch of emails, but they haven't really responded yet. Probably they never saw it, but whatever. Oh, wow. Man, gold is coming right back down. Crazy.
Yeah, so right after I just close the majority of those partials, it shoots back up.
Yeah.
To the top of that range, and then I'm like, oh well, too bad. And then it shoots back down. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, right. I mean, gold has a mind of its own.
I could have said, oh man, I could have taken out the max profits. Like, yeah, but if you would have held on, we would have lost them.
What do you do when you are trapped in a short? Simply take the loss? Oh yeah, just take the loss. I mean, have a stop loss basically. I mean, if you're in a trade, you're going in drawdown, just take the loss. Ooh, Gabriel broke his rule once again. All right, I'm not gonna say anything. But man, you're a good trader, but I don't know, man. Like, everyone's a really good trader. Sometimes, I don't know what happens. And usually people fuck up on the last day of the week. You know?
It was just unfortunate. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I swear in these few days when Raja don't stream, most of them will blow their account. No, I think everyone's going to be very profitable. Like tomorrow we're going to have NFP. I think guys are going to be very cautious with NFP. They will be disciplined. And then Monday, Tuesday, they'll be disciplined. Because like, you know, most of you guys who've been tuning in for about, 4 or 5 months at least, you guys know about discipline now by this time. Just one trade a day and that's it. Win or a loss, you call it a day. Wow, man. There are a lot of Forex subscriptions opening up this week. And it's crazy. I mean, I just saw something. Someone's charging $217 a month. Someone's charging $80 a month. Someone's charging $150 a month. Wow, it's just crazy. These Forex subscriptions. I mean,
subscriptions for what? For live streams?
No, man. The thing is, signals? Yeah, I mean signals. I mean all of the stuff. The thing is, when you have people coming up with subscriptions like this, you need to do some checks, right? Check to see if they post any withdrawals. Check to see if they have any results. Check to see if they have any track record. You know, because if they don't have that, then there's a very high chance that the only money they're making is from subscriptions. Because look at it this way, right? You get 100 people paying $150 a month. No one has to trade at all after that. Let's do the math over here. Let's take a look at this. $100 and you have 100 people. That's 10,000 a month. Easy. A month. You know, oh, look at this gold over here. Damn, went straight down. So that's why I think it's really important to, like, you know, if you're gonna have like, you know, guys who do this, to have them post withdrawals to see, like, you know, are they really making more money than they will from subscriptions. I should start a signals group for $10 a month for charity. No, I was thinking about opening OnlyFans and put signals there. You know, signals we do on live streams.
And charts.
To put them on OnlyFans. Do you know a trader called Malaika Raja? Her name is, she is from Pakistan. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen the videos here and there, but I haven't really looked much into it. What about market fluidity? You charge in market fluidity? Yeah, exactly. But I made 3 times as much in trading. So it's a little bit different there. Kind of salty with this NY this week, but seeing that London have a lot of volume past few months, I guess it is what it is. Yeah, at the same time, like, you know, sometimes when you're trading in the London session, you know, you're going to get like clean trends in London session. But at the same time, like, you know, when you clean trends in London session, sometimes the New York session is just going to range at that time. You know, so you got to take it how it is. Like, most times if London session is ranging, you're going to have clean moves on New York session as well. But man, this week we only had 1 loss.
Here comes your 144 on GJ.
Yes, sir. I can sense it. $144 coming right up. Oh, 979, 982, 92, 977, 984, 984. Can we get 144? 144, 986. Oh, retracing. We got 2 minutes left over here. Oh, back at it. 990, 999. Oh, 144. All right, 144 hit today.
There you have it.
There you have it, man. Wow. We called it 144. If we broke about 143, 740, 700, all the way up towards 144. We called it this morning, and it happened today. Gold did a somersault, unfortunately. We also have unemployment news coming in over here pretty soon, in about 2 minutes. So this was my analysis here today, 144. We hit it, and that's it. I have no more analysis now. Do you think gold is bleeding down because of the upcoming news? Yes, I think so. I think so. So even if you missed this news candle over here, you still have had a pretty good impulse trade from 143, 740, 750, all the way up towards 144. It's like a 24, 25 pip range over here. All right, so I'm gonna land my ship over here now. I'm gonna bring this table down. Hope I don't break anything.
That's a hell of an issue, lowering that desk.
Yeah, man, because it's the big desk. It's a really big desk. All right, the spaceship has landed. Okay. Could this be a fake out on gold? Gabriel, I think you should close the charts at this point. Yeah, seriously. Did you close the runner at 144? Yes. At 144. We got this target here. Ooh, Joshua Lindsay came in with a fat $200.
God damn.
Oh, god damn.
That's cheeseburgers for everybody right there.
That's cheeseburgers for all the gulag here. Oh. Wow. Man.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you do this, Josh? Why do you do this every time? Now I gotta match this donation now.
Wow.
Yeah, man, Josh joined like 5 months ago, and I remember when he came in our group, the first oh, hold on, news just came out. Oh, came down, and he went hard, and man, now he's doing really good. Now he's doing really good. So I really appreciate it, man. You donated $200. You didn't have to do that. I matched that with another 200 just to make it even.
Good, bro. I appreciate everything you do, and I've been here March when the quarantine lockdown started. I found you, and then it's been trial and error and learning and studying and going through all the courses on market fluidity to become successful at this thing we call trading.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you've done really well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Where is this money going? Let's not worry about where the money's going. Let's focus on where price went this morning and how it went there. So that you can trade better, and then you can probably donate once you make money when you know when price goes. Do you find yourself taking one trade per day more often than 2 trades per day? Yes. Most of the times I take 1 trade a day. Today I took 2 trades. Both were buys, one with the interest rates and the second one right over here. Ooh, Kervin sent a chart. Yeah, price came back.
It's the same chart, just that they have to be aware that they were short terms on risky buys above that area. Now let me pull up the real one.
Oh, so you're giving us a fake one first, okay?
No, just so you can have a better idea. That's basically so Gabriel can see that, because I think he wanted to take another trade on gold, I think.
No, it does make sense. The 4 hour was pretty much flipping bearish, and now it could keep pushing downwards to fill up the wick on the daily.
Yeah. Now take a look at the other chart again. So you will see 1810 and 1807. There are strong rejections areas based on the 4 hour. So be careful, because the sells may play out, but it's gonna be clean traffic below 1807. Other than that, at any given time, you can get another rejection from that support. This
Yeah, I
is
see.
small dangerous range on from 1811 to 1816.
I see. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, no problem, my brother.
I'll keep it in mind for next time I see it happen.
Hey Raja, maybe a better question for Ted, but still interested in your opinion. How do you feel about applying the same strategy to blackjack or baccarat? I don't know. I've never played blackjack or baccarat. I've played poker though, and poker is the same thing. You know, in poker I'm a very defensive player. You know, I keep all my cards to myself, and when I have like good pairs, then I try to like, you know, go up a little bit in risk. But poker is very different than trading though. Like you gotta identify when someone is bluffing, when someone's not bluffing. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Your JPY 1 hour chart. The range too small. Potential sells below 125,900. Okay, good, looks good. Range too small, and buys above here. Buys above this area look way better because you have a cleaner range over here. But you're right, these ranges are just way too small. These are just way too small ranges over here. Tomorrow there's going to be no stream tomorrow. I'm going on a vacation, so probably going to be back on Wednesday. So there's going to be no stream tomorrow for NFP, no stream Monday and Tuesday.
I'll be streaming tonight.
Oh, nice.
Holy.
Yes.
Hi.
Mac is going to be streaming tonight.
Yes, we've been killing it lately.
I'm gonna risk all my profits from this morning on Max streaming. Okay. Okay. You know that looking at GJ Raja, man, this 4 hour is so good. we may break that 144, man. Straight up to 141, 144, 200.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, my analysis went out the window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that it was already priced in for the rates, and we're just gonna get like a slight whipsaw, and that's it.
Wow, this is so sick. So amazing. Yesterday there was no trade yesterday. Oh yeah, yesterday there were no trades because price was just ranging.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday
Low
was no
volume.
trade.
When you don't have volume, it's really hard to find a range to trade.
Yeah. Monday was one trade, Tuesday was one trade, Wednesday was 2 trades, 4 trades. Oh yeah, 5 trades total.
Yeah, Monday we opened up strong.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh wow.
Wow, still moving over here. Can we tap 144, 100? Damn.
If we take that thing, I'm gonna let it run, man, till tomorrow.
Okay, man.
Pullbacks, buy. Pullback, buy.
Okay, man.
The only
72 pips.
The only thing I want to tell people is to not take sells on pound yen at this point. Do not take sells because candles are bullish. Sells will make no sense at all. Is anyone from Rwanda? Yeah, probably a lot of people from Rwanda. Oh wow, we're tapping into 144, 100 over here. Oh god damn, we tapped in 140, 100.
200, my brother. 200.
damn.
The 4 hour candle's looking so good, man.
Wow, we filled the wicks on the daily here as well. Crazy.
That 4 hour candle destroyed those other 4 hour candles for the past let's see.
Crazy, man.
Jesus, almost a month.
I'm new, but are you expecting trades on TradingView or do you use that just for analysis? I use that for analysis, but I execute on my MetaTrader.
Why are people so salty on the YouTube?
No, that was just a general question.
No. I'm talking about somebody else.
Oh, why EU not go up as GU when GU down, EU down? Well, the reason why EU didn't go up as GU, because GU went up due to the strength in the pound. You know, there was a lot of positive optimism with the interest rates and with the volume pushing bullish in pound. That's why GU went up. You know, but if you look at Euro USD moves based on the Euro and the USD, right? So let me pull that up right over here. Euro USD. So if you look at Euro USD hasn't really moved because the Euro, there's no volume in Euro, which is why Euro hasn't moved at all. And you're seeing pound USD moves, and you're seeing pound yen move here as well. And this is why, like, you know, look, pound yen is moving up, but Euro JPY is not moving up. Where is it? Yeah, Euro JPY is not moving up because they move by two different currencies. And if you look at USD JPY is also ranging, right? The only way all yen pairs are going to move is going to be in the Asian session. In the Asian session, you can anticipate the pound yen to move, Euro yen to move, USD JPY to move at the same time, because in the Asian session, all these pairs are being influenced by only one currency, which is the yen. But in the New York session, it's a totally different story. And if you look at Euro GBP, so these are like simple correlations I'm talking about over here. So if you look at Euro GBP, without looking at Euro GBP, where do you think Euro GBP is moving without looking at it? I would say it's moving down. The reason why is because the strength in the pound, right? And look, oh wow, man, this thing is just dropping. See, the reason why Euro GBP is moving down, because the pound is gaining strength. That's the reason why Euro GBP is moving down. And all the other Euro pairs are just ranging because Euro is ranging. So these correlations are really important to really understand, like, you know, when you're trading, when you're looking through currency pairs. The biggest mistake people make sometimes is, as a new trader, is that they'll try to trade, let's say they'll try to trade pound USD by looking at pound yen. And I used to make that mistake too. You know what I used to do, Kervin? I used to trade pound yen based on USD yen.
Oh, no way.
if there was...
doesn't have anything to do with you.
I know. Like if USD JPY would be dropping in the New York session, I would take sells on GBP JPY thinking it would drop too.
My God.
And man, what a mistake that was.
Yeah, that thing only is gonna work if basically if GBP is so strong that can make GJ is JPY is so strong that it's gonna make GBP and USD fall. Other than that, man, it's not a good way to trade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I learned that really quick. Raja, I have 4 pip spread. Is that big? Yeah, it's pretty big. My spread is like 1 pip, 1.2, 1.3 pips on Trader's Domain.
Spread on Dominion markets are gonna be basically the same as Trader's Domain?
Yeah, more or less,
Okay.
they're gonna be the same.
Okay. That's good.
The thing is, so when a brokerage gets bigger, that's when the spreads get smaller, right? Because then, you know, there's more volume, so then the spreads get smaller. Some brokers, like, you know, they have bigger commissions but smaller spreads because they gotta, like, you know, offset the cost, so they charge like more commissions with small spreads. Oh wow, look at that, man! We're about to hit 144.200, Kervin.
Yeah, it's only 3 pips away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, now at this point, just be aware that if you have any runners, to try and go see some rejection on the smaller time frames to close your position.
Yeah. So far, you know, we broke that resistance to the left, basically that high 144.100. I will say at this point, anybody who's holding buys, stop loss should be around 143.95. Because if we carry rejection with the next 4-hour candle, you never know how deep is gonna be the retest on the 4-hour candle. So don't risk it all, man.
Right.
We have seen pound correcting some nasty numbers.
Yes. Coach, are you analyzing anything at the moment, or just helping people manage trades? No, just helping manage trades. I mean, we have we took buys around down over here, so now it's moving. We're anticipating it to come to 144, 200 at this point. Can you talk about how you prefer to take partials, for example? Okay, so when price goes in, let's say if price goes to like 10 pip profits, I'm going to close 80% at that time. So let's say if I have a one lot open, I'm going to close 80 cents at that point, and I'm going to let the rest run, or I'm going to close 90 cents at that point, and I'm going to let like 10 cents run at break even. So this could have been a really, really good intraday swing trade here. If someone still has their runners open, your runner should be up 40 pips at this point. That's where your runner should be at this point, 40 pips. So yesterday you noticed pound yen had no volume. We ranged yesterday. There was no trade yesterday. Today we had a really, really good move, and man, just crazy move today with the interest rates here today as well. Raja, gold destroyed me today. No, you destroyed your account today yourself. Gold didn't do anything.
You're right. Gold has been messy as shit today.
Yeah, there we go. Now gold's gonna drop. Broke below 1810. We're on our way to 1804.
Yeah.
Unless
I said this before, and basically 1-2 candles against a heavy trend is not a change of direction on any pair.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect example on gold today.
Unless it does another somersault and goes back up.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, I mean, anything can happen with gold, to be honest. But we're basically we're clearing that area, the 1810. So I mean,
yeah, you have the previous 5 minute. It closed right below that 1810, and if you can see on the areas of interest, it's going by increments of $5. 1810, 1815, 1820.
Ooh, Kervin, look at that, man. 144, 200 tapped here.
There you have it, my brother.
Damn.
Beautiful move.
What a day today. This is the perfect example of no trades yesterday and then having a monstrous move today.
Yes, I think so.
What was the news over here? Let's take a look. Oh wow, super good news.
So I should drive gold a little further down. 1800, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, same here.
When analyzing tomorrow and in the future, do you take into consideration today's 4-hour candle? Yes, we take that into consideration, the 4-hour candle. Once the day ends, I'm gonna post the analysis for tomorrow for NFP and the news that we're expecting. So take a look into that too. I might post it on my Instagram as well for the gulag here. But yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
For the gulag.
Yeah. For the gulag. Raja, can you invite Roxy FX on Friday? No, because he had me blocked for 1.5 years and then he unblocked me.
Oh, what happened? Everybody blocks you, man.
I don't know what happened, man. I've never even talked to the guy. And there was one time guys asked me, can you have him on? And I looked at his YouTube. I'm like, okay, he has great content. Let me look it up on Instagram. I go on Instagram, I search him, I couldn't find him. I'm like, wait a minute, it makes no sense at all. So then I went on Instagram from my troll account and I could find him. So he had me blocked for a long while.
You went on your troll account to find him.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn.
To such extent.
Like, am I such a threat to everybody? I mean, I just do free streams and give value to people. And I mean, I don't know, man. Like, people block me for some reason.
You're not your page.
Just so you know, I secure most of my positions right now. on GJ. That was a nice ride.
And gold looks like it's pushing back in to retest that area.
Yeah, remember the 1807 is a strong area on the 4 hour. So you can have a rejection from there. Clean traffic is gonna be breaking below 1807. Clean traffic 70 pips, $7 move toward 1800. And at that point, if we get to 1800, man, that's a nice key level, and probably is gonna get even lower than that. If we break 1800s, then it's going to 1790 at least. Nasty bloodbath for gold. Damn, Mac, is that you?
Is that I'm using my magic keys went off for some reason.
Let's bring Mac on the spotlight, because if he's biting fingers, that's him.
We're gonna catch him.
No man, I have a cough.
Oh man! Wow.
Again.
Oh, what's this? Thank you for answering all my questions. I really appreciate it. Would you be able to talk more about your partial profits as it relate to your risk reward? Yeah, I mean, partial profits just when price. Here's my rule, right? I'm a very simple person. I don't overcomplicate things at all. Like even in my life, my regular life, I'm extremely simple, straightforward. When my position goes in 10 to 12 pip profits, this thing goes in my mind, and that thing tells me to secure positions and put stops at break even, and that's what I do. And that's it. If my runner runs into 40 pips, 100 pips, so be it. But most times my runner comes back down and stops me out at break even. That's what happens. So I just do that. How would you be entering on gold right now? I don't trade gold. I'm not entering on gold. I'm not doing anything on gold. But I think if you're looking for gold sells, I think having stops around 1812 would be much safer, a little bit in the range, anticipating it to continue down, provided that the news was good for the US dollar, really, really good news. And as we move into the NYSE Open, you could see gold moving in because news came in and the market needs some time to absorb the news. And also if you take a look over here, above 1816, if price is moving down, and if you see price moved above 1816, this could be determined as like a fake out for price to continue going bearish. So as this 15-minute candle closes, I think what you're anticipating is for the next candle to respect this high and then continue moving bearish.
Yeah. Now, once you look at the 5-minute, the previous bullish candle, if we go past that wick, then I think you're off.
Yeah, then get out of the trade.
Yeah.
But the thing is, whenever you go negative on gold, just cut those losses short. Take partials off because, man, it gets really difficult. Do you think GJ will correct itself? As of right now, it's really tough to say. It's really, really tough to say because the move was bullish. There's no sells at this point on GJ. How did you change your buy so quickly for anticipating sells? Okay, how did you change your buy so quickly from anticipating sells to practically manually executing a buy on GJ breakout? It was pretty simple, right? So if we go back down over here, I had a line over here which said that there's going to be buys above 143.150 and sells below 142.850, right? So if price didn't break below the support, obviously buys would have played out. And then if you even missed these buys over here, then you got buys up over here around 143.40. Because you got to look at price logically, right? What would make sense logically? If we couldn't break below support, and if we're breaking above resistance, what's the probability price is going to go towards the next resistance at 143.350? You just got to ask yourself that. Just be logical about that, right? And logically, it would make sense for price to go up. And then subsequently, if we look at right over here, right, 143.700 was a really, really strong resistance here. If price is breaking above this rejection candle here, right? What's the probability we're going to continue on towards 144, which is another resistance? Just ask yourself that. And the answer is going to be, well, there's a high probability it's going to do that. Well, then just execute buys at that point. But it takes time. It's a very difficult idea to change your biases, but it takes time. And it takes time from the fact that when you start learning about it. And what I mean by that is, let's say if you have a selling bias and price goes bullish and you weren't able to take buys at that point, you're going to go back to the charts and then you're going to learn, right? You're going to ask yourself that, okay, if price moved bullish, how could I have taken a buy at that point? What could I have done to execute a buy? And once you see that over and over again, a point is going to come where you're going to be quick to change your bias. And that's the whole idea of market fluidity, to be fluid in the markets, to be fluid in a way to really change your bias, logically looking at price where it's going and executing on that. You called out 3 trades. The GJ above 5-minute resistance, should have it on the screen. No, it's okay. I like to give myself some sort of nice marketing. Well, it's not even about marketing. It's about being fluid in the markets. You got to be fluid in the markets, and that's how you're going to make long-term money in the markets, if you're going to be fluid. Yeah, that was a mic drop moment.
Mic drop.
Sometimes I run out of cool things to say, and I just just abruptly stop. What is your Instagram username? I don't know if you can see the screen, but it's written right over here in the bottom left corner, right here. Raja Banks. Right here. Man, I was trying to get this name for a long time, and this one person had it, and I messaged him and he wouldn't answer me for about 2 months, and then finally he answered me, and I offered him a undisclosed amount to get this username.
Oh.
Yeah. We wanted to know the number.
No, I can't disclose the number.
Disclose amount.
No.
And the magic keys. 4 minutes for the 4-hour candle to close on gold. Be aware of any pullbacks. Other than that, AC drop. AC drop. Incoming.
All right, it's incoming right over here. Yeah, at first I offered them $15.
No, you gotta be kidding me, man.
No.
Yeah.
And then message me offering me that amount, I'm gonna say, come on, man, shit.
And then I guess the guy looked at my Instagram, and then the amount went up really quick.
It went up based on followers. Imagine.
No, he looked at my stories, man. He looked at the highlights on my Instagram, and he's like, "This dude withdrew $250,000, and he's offering me $15."
Exactly.
Hey.
There you go, Raja. Go.
There you go.
Secure.
25.
Secure.
Beautiful.
Secure. Half.
Just a stop loss to break even and let it run. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Wow.
You never know how big it's gonna be the pullback.
I'll be right now.
Yeah, secure positions, and that's it.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna record this because it was epic.
How long do you smoke weed, and does it affect your trading career? I only smoke at night. That's it.
Why people ask those questions?
Right? Like, that's like none of your business, man.
No, because the thing is, like, some people, like, they smoke weed to concentrate, but I can tell you this much right here.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work at all. It's no. You got to be completely sober to make money. How does the Instagram usernames work? So when you change your username, someone cannot take that username for 14 days. So had to wait 2 weeks to get that. Yeah, this was a very good call on gold. Look over here, we never came back in the range, we just dropped. Candle's about to close in about 1.5 minutes, and there's a very high probability for it to continue dropping here too.
Look me. took me less than 2 minutes to be in 30 pips profit.
Yeah, it was like.
Oh wow, Sean had his first $1,000 day today. Oh, congratulations, Sean. Beautiful.
Many more to come.
Yeah, many more to come. Here's the thing. When you can have your first $100 day or when you can have your first $1,000 day, just believe that if you can do that once, you can do that 1,000,000 times over. Over and over and over and over again. Just got to believe that. You can make a lot of money high as well. Yeah, I mean, if that works, that works. But for me, it didn't work. For me, what worked was to be sober, especially when I was doing the live streams too, you know. Have you heard about Momo Forex? No, I haven't. I bought his course, but his strategy is not working. Well,
got a refund.
Then that's the reason you are here, right? With Dominion Markets, can we get magic keys or education with standard account or only with commission one? With only commission accounts. Standard, I'm not sure how we're going to calculate that, but for the most part, it's only based on commissions. What do pullbacks mean on gold? Pullbacks mean on gold for its opportunity to continue dropping.
Or to give you a dildo.
All right, so someone's gotta go on mute.
No, you gotta go.
Oh my god. Here we go. Remember the old days. Mike goes out, came in, goes back.
That was the last time we got kicked. I forgot.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4 or 6 months ago.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna head off over here.
Bye.
Yeah.
Raja team, it's been a pleasure.
Bye, muchachos, muchachas.
Yeah, no
Hope
problem.
You have a safe travel.
Have a good one, sir.
Thank you,
Safe
thank you.
travel. Take care, bro.
Take care, everybody. So once again, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be back on Wednesday or Thursday. Probably going to announce it on my Instagram. And once again, my Instagram is not Wix Don't Lie. It's Raja Banks right over here.
Raja Banks.
Don't get scammed.
Yeah, don't get scammed, man.
Okay.
And tune in today for the Asian stream.
Yes, tune in for the Asian stream today by Mac
Attack.
Mac Attack Asian stream today. Oh wow, you're getting more viewers now.
Yeah, man, 200.
2,000. Damn.
Oh.
Pretty sick.
Nice.
Yeah. Like 2,000.
Actually, let's just wait for like 5 more minutes and let's just see this awesome drop in gold.
You want to tap the 1805?
Yeah, we want to tap the 1805 here.
Okay.
All right then. Let me make that phone call.
Hey Ted, press the button, please.
Looks like Ted heard you over there.
Yeah.
Is New Zealand USD good for a sell? You need to send a chart. Ooh, I got a text message. All right. I'm going to go, everyone. Take care. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Adios.
Take care, bye.
Be good,
Bye.
man. God
Bye-bye.
bless you.
Safe trip, bye.
Sleep well. Good night.
Take care.
GN.
Come on, push. Drop.
It's back.
Drop.
He's holding.
Drop. You know what?
1805 incoming. Let's go.
I'm done. I closed everything.
1805 up 1, 1805 up 2, Oh
my God! Right before I close, bro.
Holy shit!
64.
Holy!
Oh my
Holy!
I freaking
Hell.
Bro, diamond hands. Easy.
Oh shit!
Then hold that thing because it's gonna drop more, man. 1800 is not a...
I had to open my freaking mouth, bro. I had to open my
welcome
mouth.
to Promised Land.
Damn. Wow, you see that?
Wow, man.
So nice.
Nice
What's
call.
happening?
At least we called it, right? So
To the seconds.
Yeah.
I say 1800 to the dot.
So once again, Gulag, give a like on the stream. Whoever's left over here.
Oh me, oh my.
To be honest, these guys are so blessed, man. Come on, look.
Oh
look at that
shit,
18.
it's gone.
I'm telling you, hold that thing because it's gonna
God.
drop more, man. 1800 is not enough.
Man, I already said I closed.
Yeah, 1795.
Crazy.
Yeah, I
So
closed
it's a
everything.
blessing. If anybody is watching this stream, man, you guys are blessed.
Yeah, you guys are blessed, man. Today, everyone got blessed today.
Thank you, guy. I'm late, but I get this one.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. For now, for real, we're done for the day. Take care. Have a great day.
And then remember the chart that I sent you guys. You see how easy it is to trade gold outside these nasty ranges below 1807 to 18. Yeah, from there, the next chart. Let me pull up a little.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, no, but let me pull the new one so they can see how easy it is to...
Someone's saying, is this a dream?
No, you're not.
Guys, look like a dream, man.
Yeah, this thing fell in the last minute. Boom.
Now check that chart and see and tell me if it's not easy waiting for gold to come to you so you can trade.
Beautiful. Absolutely monstrous day here today.
Yeah.
Pound yen buys, gold sells, man, crazy.
Beautiful, man.
Beautiful. All right, 207 made 2,400 pounds today. Beautiful, amazing.
Wow. Cool.
All right, take care, Gulag. Take care, Zoom, chat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Blessings to everybody. Have fun.
Adios. Oh, by the way,
Thank you, Raj.
Dominion Markets is going to be up for registrations next week.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had some delays, so it's pretty good. Also, I think Ted also pressed the button, which is why gold.
Yes, gold Ted. Yeah.
All right, adios.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.